This Pango could cause a lot of problems for them just by roaming around and chasing Tims. Because TNC, their draft is built on the fact they get that numbers advantage. They need Tims to be there in fights to make sure they get that finishing blow on someone. So Cuckoo, AU, and Gabby in these side lanes can actually get an advantage rolling.
I feel like Vici Gaming has good ways of kiting around Wraith King, playing... Even though they don't have any big ulti cooldowns besides Reincarnation, OD ulti, even when OD ulti is down, if Epicenter is down, they can still take a fight, but Wraith King is the biggest one. Like, they can kill him, disengage, and come back into a fight once again with Mars, with Oracle, Storm Spirit, a lot of save, a lot of survivability with all these heroes.
All right then, Gareth and Lacoste, take it away for game number 2 between TNC and Vici Gaming.
Here we go. Game 2. A little more even in the draft. Definitely feel like both teams have some impact to make in this laning stage for sure. You were mentioning TNC, they've picked heroes to try and win at least a couple of their lanes.
Do you know what's cooking, Gary?
Boom! Let's play some Dota. Man, we were casting some Boom ID games a couple of weeks ago, and it was just non-stop. Just non-stop. You know what's cooking? Boom. They loved it. Yang down bottom. Mars for him. And what's the build we've been seeing?
On Mars, it's pretty much the same build every single time I see this hero. It's a Blink Dagger, a Vlad's for some survivability, phase boots. You can get a Soul Ring for pretty much infinite mana. You don't ever have to go heal, and probably a BKB, so you can just stand your ground. If you can get more items, probably a Deso, AC, kind of a pretty standard build on Mars.
Are they pulling some mind games here? Looks like Mars shows bottom to the Treants, makes the long walk back up top.
Maybe in this game he could go for pipe. Like it
the Mars
feels
pipe,
like, yeah, it looks like a really good pipe game because they have a lot of magical damage.
Contest around the bottom rune. Tims, Gabby up against DY and Paparazzi. 3 runes for TNC. As this early laning stage draft also very good at contesting the bounties early on. They get the 3-for-1 as Yang does grab one for himself. So Gabby's Wraith King down here.
I was thinking about starting items on position 4 Pango. He has Orb of Venom queued up just for some extra slow. But I think Blightstone could also be good. Like before the changes where...
Go on, another one.
Okay, so Lucky Shot, before it reduced your armor to 0, and it didn't work with Blightstone, you can go to -2, and now you actually can. If you have level 1 armor reduction 3, and with Blightstone, we'll bring you down to -5.
Pretty strong. Tri-lane against Tri-lane down bottom. So we will have that Pango dealing with Tims, but you've also got Tims dealing with Fade, dragging him all the way across. A couple of sentries and Obswords blocking up some camps as well as they make a move, but the Swashbuckle gets DY out of the cold feet, not comboing up with the Wraithfire Blast, and a bit of a turn here by Fade. Throws a Fortune's End their way.
And look where the lane is standing, which means that Vici Gaming supports pretty much everyone already bought a Magic Stick. Like, you need to have Magic Stick in 3 versus 3 scenarios. Now the lane is pushing. Gabby and AU will get their Magic Sticks up. I love this build on Furion. 4 branches, Blightstone, a lot of stats.
They quite desperately need to get some kills out of this bottom lane though, TNC, and they'll make a move onto Paparazzi. This lane is made to slay, and if they get the troll here, it will look pretty good for them as they draw first blood. Tims walks it off. DY and Fade unable to save their buddy.
DY and Fade used all of their spells to try to kill the Treants, and TNC used that info, instantly decided to go on Troll Warlord. Ancient Apparition, his Ice Vortex got so buffed. Level 1, 40 mana for extra 15% slow and magic resistance, and it lasts for 16 seconds.
Damn, just a value point in that could be pretty nice here. With the magic damage they bring to the table.
Especially in a 3 versus 3 scenario.
Well, AU gets a regen rune, gets to pump out a bunch of spells. Fade dropping incredibly low. We'll have to bail away from the lane for now. Even DY is getting pressured here. These Treants, like you were mentioning, they're expending a lot of time, but also resources dealing with Tim's Treants. jumping towards the Ancient Apparition with some good body blocks from DY. They will try and catch with the Oracle, but no Fortune's End. Out of mana completely, it looks like, even with a Mango and a Magic Stick. Fade holds on to it. But there are other lanes in this game. It is try bottom, but we've got Storm against OD, where OD takes a pretty handy lead, 16-7 against the 12-2. To be expected here in this matchup, though. And back down to bottom. This is why we look down here. Tim's brought to his knees as DY moves forward and claims another life of TNC.
Yeah, the huge buff to OD was passive mana regen. Every time you do some magical damage, even physical damage, your mana replenishes.
Bring back old Essence Aura. That's all I want.
Oh god, please no.
Oracle plus OD was just the most broken thing in the world. Not to mention the old Tranquil Boots or Buckler or placing Observer Wards.
Yeah, but with this way you can control how much mana you have. It was purely RNG back then.
This way you have much nicer way of dealing with it as DY makes a move mid, tacking up some of the damage from Armel there so Ori doesn't get battered away by the OD. A cold feet onto DY. Just going to swashbuckle back to safety. As AU has been controlling these bottom runes very nicely. Every even minute he's been down there. Regen rune, haste rune, making sure that Storm can't grab them, but I think more importantly, making sure that DY can't grab them. Because a roaming Pango, if he gets an action rune like that, he can cause all kinds of havoc. And what's happening top lane? Mars against Sand King, nothing. Farm, farm, and farm. Yang has a slight lead. And with a bottle, 5-minute bounty runes are about to pop up, can replenish his HP and mana pool to full. Cuckoo will just try and trade one bounty for the other, it looks like. Which way are we going?
Where do I go?
I go up, you go down. We're both going up. Oh dear.
Even throws a spear, but it's going to be 1-for-1 trade on the top lane and 1-for-1 on bottom. Once that OD hits level 4 and has 1-2-1 build.
Oh, that damage. Fade has hit level 3 and the Purifying Flames, they do not stop. Tim's looks like he should be okay, or maybe not. Does he have stick charges on the Prophet?
Swashbuckle is ready.
He does have 16.
He has 16 charges.
I was wondering why Fade wasn't just pumping him. That's why. Nature's Prophet, 16 wand, not a target you can go on. AU might be someone they can jump, and they will. Throw out the axes, jump with a swashbuckle, and AU brought down, not quite just yet. Fade will have to turn around and burst in with the Purifying Flames. Centaur Stomp comes out to try and catch the Treants. And Paparazzi looking to clear through the Skellies, the Treants, the Centaur, but he's got the swashbuckling DY Pango to help him out quite nicely.
Storm Spirit is level 6, has 1-1-3 build. I would not be surprised if he just TP's bottom and tries to grab a kill, but mid lane is actually pushing.
Can you cold feet Astral and have it
I was
land?
just thinking about it.
I think it's a tight window, I think.
4 seconds, yeah, you should not have enough.
Okay. So not a combo they can pull off that. Astral used on the Storm, but this leads to a jump. DY and Ori both piling in onto Armel. The TP gets cancelled out there by one of TNC as they tried to deter the aggression from Vici Gaming. It does work out in the end. And a move up to top as AU has found yet another rune. 3 action runes in 6 minutes. He has been on top of them. And maybe with this invis, a quick cold feet Burrow Strike could catch Yang. 700 HP though. You look at his HP bar and you're like, he's half HP. But he's still got 700 health. Quick little spear back. Tims will TP. Here's the numbers advantage. Attack him from the back and Yang will drop. Nice move by TNC, alleviating some of that pressure from Cuckoo, who has started to struggle in that lane CS-wise.
Yeah, and on the bottom lane, Raid King is getting a lot of levels. He's actually TPing top. They want to pressure this tower. He has 4 skeleton charges. Also, mid tower is extremely low. 4 points in that Astral could easily set up a gank and turn that into a tower kill.
DY will get some space mid to leech experience, but here comes the arena. Yang is there. Quick grab over onto Gabby, who wanted to pressure, but it's Vici Gaming who respond beautifully. They even move towards Cuckoo now. Level 2 Burrow Strike to the low ground, but Ori, he's got so much mana. He just keeps balling forward. It's 3-0 in this top lane as Vici Gaming absolutely cruise towards victory.
For a moment, I thought that was a good rotation, but then I realized Wraith King is only level 5.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
They managed to bring down the tower.
Well, they did. It does leave the troll alone down bottom, though. As mid lane tier 1 also dropping, OD grabs it. But Paparazzi gets some free time, some face time with some creeps. Now sitting 4th in net worth, just ahead of the Storm, slightly ahead of that Wraith King as well. Oh man, these wards from Vici Gaming. One deep on the Northern Radiant Shrine, one watching mid, one watching top Bounty Rune. They've got perfect vision here to allow Yang a great laning stage, but there is one blind spot. The movement up from Armel, unexpected here. With a Burrow Strike and the damage from the OD, Yang will fall twice in quick succession.
Burn his mana with Sanities, deal some extra damage, and as you mentioned, 5 Observer wards from Vici Gaming right now on the map.
Yeah, they had 3 top, and they've just placed another 2 bottom, I think. One Bounty Rune, one Fresh Shrine, and then these 2 fresh ones here. They've come through the jungle, and they know exactly where TNC are. DY should be close to cracking level 6. Javelin queued up as his primary item. He even has it. Should be getting delivered out shortly. And now's the period of the game where Storm Spirit plays off map, hides in the fog, makes sure that his opponents don't know where he's coming from. There's always that fear that Storm will strike. Mars up against this Wraith King who's still level 5. Lacoste, Gabby in all sorts of problems, will get in behind the tree line, and no commitment from Vici Gaming. That means he will survive, thankfully for him.
Yeah, not enough damage. Wraith King level... Okay, he just hit level 6 at 10-minute mark.
You don't even want to level ulti at this point, though. Hold the point.
Bounties are coming. It's gonna be
Oh,
1 for 1. No one's picking up the top runes.
Top ones are open, you're right. Storm Spirit is wandering up there. Cuckoo is full HP. Shouldn't struggle too much here against Ori. Storm Spirit has a sentry that he is still under. And there we go. Sentry to counter not only the other sentry, but the observer ward, extra bonus gold as well.
Stupendous.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Storm Spirit, time to play safe. Farm up towards your Kaya. Play off the map. Let's fade. Jumped by Gabby and Tims, just took the 2 of them.
AA, even with the tome, not enough to get himself to level 6. They will have a global lineup once he hits that. Nature's Prophet TPing, also he's soon to hit level 6. Putting a lot of pressure on that tier 1 tower.
Well, they're trying their hardest, aren't they? But Vici Gaming here to defend. This gives a lot of room to Cuckoo top. That Sand King just shoves out all the way towards tier 2. No one coming up here to defend. Vici Gaming just letting him have the free lane. Oh, Storm, exactly, back in the jungle.
And one thing you talked about, since there's 2 tomes right now, Troll Warlord picked up 1 for himself.
Yeah, I mean, in a tri-lane scenario,
yeah,
you do lack experience.
Other lanes are going well for them, and both supports are level 6, which means that one of your cores can get a tome. Armel in a bit of a trouble, has a 4 staff, but oh, he misses a spear.
The Ice Blast trail does connect onto the Mars. The full damage didn't as the Rolling Thunder. In through onto Armel and AU. Tim's in the back, still being handled by Yang, but Cuckoo's there with a Sandstorm and a Caustic, so Vici a little bit too deep onto that tier 1 tower, and even Fade in trouble as well. On the retreat, they get an extra exit kill there, as Armel should be able to grab it with the Astral damage. Not quite enough. Gabby actually going to steal it away under his nose.
Also, one thing we did not mention is this OD. That's why it was such a good pick. You pick him into Oracle, so if someone decides to stay in a front line, not that you can only Astral him, but you can also keep stealing the intelligence.
Yeah.
Prepare for that big Sanities.
Yang bracer, drums, treads, tanking up as best he can. Gabby's had a pretty slow game here, but it looks like he'll be at least delaying the Midas, if not skipping it, to get that Radiance online a little bit faster.
If he wanted to go for Hand of Midas, he would have bought it already.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's just baiting everybody. Keep the Midas in the quick buy. No intentions of actually picking it up.
I think everyone remembers that patch a couple of months ago where everyone was buying Hand of Midas. He had 8, 9 Midases in one game.
Our favorite type of
fun
gameplay.
Times. Yeah.
Jump onto the Sand King. Or is there with a pretty long zip, and they secure the kill. Nice little maneuver, but again, Vici Gaming unable to really capitalize off the back of it. They can't convert that kill into any objectives right yet, so it's just space for them right now. Retake control of their own jungle. Potentially here get some wards down to watch out for where Cuckoo has been sitting up top.
Storm Spirit is on top of CS chart, but on net ward he is in the middle because he was hitting jungle creeps.
Tim's getting picked off bottom by Yang, but in comes Power Rangers for TNC, a rainbow of TPs. Armel, AU, Tim's turn and burn. Yang in trouble. He might be able to still get this kill onto the Prophet, but it looks like he is done for. Astral comes out from Armel at the very end, but look at that, a Pango. DY with a swashbuckle, long range, gets the snipe onto Tim's as he was TPing out.
This arm is going to be so great this game against both of the cores from TNC.
Paparazzi being stalked. Plenty of stuns here from Gabby and Cuckoo. Epicenter thrown in for good measure. If Paparazzi wants to survive, he'll have to battle trance, but he doesn't want to waste the cooldown. Just allows the death to come naturally.
There's no point of using ulti there. You're just delaying your death and putting ulti on cooldown.
But here's the timing. Sand King now with Blink Dagger up. This is where TNC start to hit their stride. Blink Veil on Cuckoo. They can buy a bit of time now for the Wraith King to buy that full relic and move to the Radiance. They've already got an OD with a Force Staff, so it feels like TNC should be looking to mount at least some defenses of their tier 1s, if not a smoke maneuver themselves once they've gathered up 3 bounty runes across the map. We are watching Vici Gaming looking to make a play of their own, but the scan connecting on a hero TPing up north means that they will just have to collapse onto that tier 1 and get no kills to their benefit. Fade still smoked. Where are you off to? You've got sentry wards. Being scouted by a Treant. Oh, and another one. There's Treants everywhere!
Not just Treants, there's Skellies everywhere as well. Like, you trying to kill them, basically getting no gold from them and exposing yourself for a potential gank.
Tim's has like a third of the map covered with these Treants. There's the jump. Nice pick off. They'll get Tufa as well. Quick and easy. Blink, Burrow with the Sanity's Eclipse. No problems whatsoever. And now DY getting TP'd on by Tim, so they force out his ulti. Pango rolling on. Will not be too disturbed by that aggression from TNC, but the objectives are there to be taken. Tier 2 top, Dire Jungle under their control as they increase the map that they own. And Roshan belongs to them as well. Where are we? Relic done for Wraith King. Scythe of Ice well on its way for this OD. Even without the Hand of Midas build-up, Force Staff into Scythe, very speedy.
He has 2 ways of saving his teammates, either a Force Staff or Astral. And they have, Veil of Discord.
Cuckoo has Blink Burrow. Can they find Ori? He'll zip away, gets the vision of the Remnant.
Veil of Discord plus Ice Vortex. A lot of magical damage, pretty big for Sanity's Eclipse. Also Radiance will benefit from it.
Ice Blast in onto mid. Good angle as Gabby gets the Wraithfire Blast and Paparazzi's gone again. Tim's with that global presence just pops his head up in the mid lane, says, okay, yeah, Gabby, here's a kill for you. But it really is this Ancient Apparition enabling these kills across the map and maybe an additional one here. Oracle forced to get the Fate's Edict onto himself. Tim's being toyed with by DY. Pango has to be ever so careful, though. Pressing too far forward against the OD and the Wraith King. Well, I do see the OD bottom, though. Armel showing on the map, shoving that tier 1. Realizing that Vici very much defending around their troll for now.
Can they continue? They have only 3 skeletons on Wraith King, but they're pinging it out.
Dire's bottom tower is under
And they will
Come
move
on,
on forward.
Skellies, come back. Don't attack dragons.
Dire's
No, the Skellies know what they want. And they want to die. It was a fight worth fighting, you know. Defend their homeland.
Dire's bottom tower.
Tier 2 not being defended by Vici. Mars actually farming out that top lane while the rest of his team postured around that mid tier 1 potentially. As Yang's Blink Dagger, yeah, 100 gold away, so they're putting a lot of eggs in this Mars basket. And if he dies, oh, he got the Blink. He sold an item and he got the Blink. That's fine. If they lose out on that timing, it is pretty massive for them. But he did waste the arena. Pops out his ulti, still falls, and Gabby chasing Fade mid. Quick little stun, Wraith Fire Blast forward, 1-hit crit. All right, Fade, you've got a false promise now. Storm zips forward, tries to kill off the Ancient Apparition, but here come the stuns, here comes the crits. Gabby brings him down and finds the back-end kill onto the Oracle as well as he pops through the false promise. Now the TP forward, trying to catch the Pango. If only Tims could have sprouted him there, an additional kill would have come their way. Still very good for TNC in their troll being picked off. The chain stuns are beautiful, and TNC absolutely gorgeous stuff from them. DY stunned up again. Oh my goodness, Vici Gaming, what's happened? They're falling apart at the seams. 19 minutes in, 16-10, but TNC, it's an 8k net worth lead. They are looking absolutely beautiful right now.
Cuckoo having much better game than what he had in the previous one. Big AA ulti coming towards their 3 tower. They still don't have Oracle ulti nor Mars ulti. So TNC will just back off. They took half HP on tier 3 tower. I think they should be pretty happy, and it feels like they're gonna pick up 4 bounty runes.
They've had a lot this game. A lot of bounty runes, because they started 3-1, the initial bounty runes. They've probably had 75-80% of them throughout this game. Just the way they've been able to posture forward across that river. Gabby now with a Blink Dagger. Moving into BKB after that Radiance. So even more gap close on top of that global AA and Nature's Prophet. Initiation with Cuckoo trying to catch the Storm. Doesn't quite land the Burrow.
It feels like they can't fight at all. They need BKB on Troll, and the same goes for Storm Spirit, but he also needs another mana item.
All right, who's dying? Who's dying? Who's dying, boys? They jump the OD. Try to take him out of the fight. It looks like it's good as well. Armel's gone. This arena, this Mars going wild. Looks for a second. Cuckoo brought down by Fade, and Pango, he's going to help remove Gabby.
Bought back. They're not going to take this fight. It's a pretty useless buyback from Cuckoo.
4 for nothing. Vici Gaming, they felt like they couldn't fight, but they hold the high ground, bait Gabby into blinking, stunning, and dying immediately.
This is exactly what they needed. Big Mars ulti when there was a whole team around.
Did Gabby just not have mana for ulti?
Nope, he did not. He got burned. Diffusal Blade on Troll, baby.
Strong stuff.
Very powerful.
And that is that's an important swing now. That's looking towards BKB on Paparazzi, but they're going to make a move with Cuckoo there. The jump is absolutely gorgeous. AU and Cuckoo, this is what we talked about when they picked these 2 heroes together. You don't need a core hero. You don't need anyone bringing damage. From outside, just these 2 together can pick off anybody.
It looked like a pretty useless buyback because they wanted to take that fight, but Vici Gaming overextending, maybe not paying respect to AA and Sanking.
You can forget how potent this combination can be.
Yeah, I mean, that was opener for a very long time.
Especially Chinese teams.
In Chinese teams, yeah. That was newbies opener when they were on their prime. Pretty much every single game when they could get it.
And it used to be like Sanking AA Ember Spirit, just piling the damage from across the map. As the Scythe of Ice trying to catch Ori. Oh, that burrow from Cuckoo. My goodness. That Storm, butt clenched, toes curling, was sure he was dead. Somehow makes his way back to base. So here we have it. Troll working on the BKB. That is their next primetime item. Try and play around Paparazzi a bit more.
Paparazzi is so poor this game, but if they get BKBs on Troll and on Storm Spirit, I can see Vici Gaming winning this one.
Storm doesn't quite have his Orchid done, it appears. Double Oblivion Staff. On top of that Kaya for Ori.
Fade.
Oh dear. Yeah, one misstep and he has died. Immediate jumps forward from TNC. Look, they're straight into action, looking for any additional collateral damage that they can cause. Vici Gaming very wisely backing up and fully retreating.
And they're pinging out the Roche.
Again, just like look at the minimap and look at the Treants. The spread here from Tims sees everything across the Southern Shrine, chasing Storm with one of them, mid lane scouted, the high ground scouted near Roshan. Nature's Prophet providing so much vision for TNC.
And look at Tims. He is extremely powerful. Bracer, Magic Wand, Vlad's, Hood, even a medallion.
The powerful medallion. What's Medallion's active called? Valor. That's what it is, Valor.
That's 100 trivia points for you, Gary. Or
Yeah,
for Scriff.
Scriff hovered over it, yeah.
We're gonna split it 50-50.
What's the urn active called without hovering over?
Spirit release. Soul release.
Soul release, yeah, that's the one. I always forget what Diffusal Blade is. Because they changed it from Purge to not Nullify, some other weird word. Inhibit.
When did that happen?
That happened. that happened when they removed the Purge. Oh, well, it happened like a week after. So they removed the Purge from Diffusal Blade, and then they realized it was still called Purge, so they had to change it. Cuckoo says hello to DY. Not sure what the Pango's up to. Just clearing out waves, you know, rolling on forward, TPing home, causing chaos down in that bottom lane. And even AU reasonably rich in this match. Glimmercape, a casual buckler, as an Ice Blast heading up towards top. Doesn't look like it will latch on to anybody, but the rest of TNC might. Gabby jumps. Yang is able to blink away from danger for now. They're keeping tabs on him with the Prophet Treants. Thinking about that TP forward, but cancelling it out. Tims doesn't want to get too involved that deep without any vision.
Vici Gaming, they need to be out of the base, play this a bit risky, so other cores can buy their BKBs. They have 3 BKBs on their way.
Yeah, DY is just out on the map doing stuff. It doesn't matter what stuff he's doing, as long as he's showing on the map and drawing attention.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter if he dies or not. Ideally, he would want to farm his Blink Dagger, but if he dies, it's not that big of a deal, especially if they are showing 2-3 heroes on the map, which means that other heroes inside of Vici Gaming can farm safely.
And TNC are lacking vision here as well. Vici Gaming very much in control of the vision game. They've got some very good observables down yet again that have managed to dodge a number of sentries. And TNC still yet to make that real concerted effort to go and make a push over across the river, with Cuckoo catching DY here, potentially. They get a kill, but he's got himself Mech, Arcane's Wand, and a TP out.
Nice for that. That's exactly what he needs to do. If he can survive, it's perfect.
He sucks them in, and he spits them out. And here come the BKBs. Vici Gaming, they have bought so much time for themselves. This lead, you know, 8K, 7K, whatever it may be for TNC, it doesn't feel like it's there. We now have Orchid up on Storm. BKB being worked on. He's about halfway towards it. And you can see that XP starting to dip back down towards Vici Gaming as they are playing a much wider map. They're playing big map, whereas TNC are not forced to play small map, but they're pushing themselves into that direction.
Monitors, which means smaller map.
They can't see the other lanes. But they very much are. Playing together as 5, they are splitting experience and gold 5 ways, even with Tims split pushing out this map as best he can.
And they're just dodging fights until this Aegis is gone.
Yeah.
1.5 minutes. And
it's one of those weird situations where it probably feels good as TNC that they've managed to keep this Aegis and they're keeping the farm going, building up Gabby to a reasonably strong point with the help of Armel, of course. But it's also space and time for Storm, for Troll. And I think I'd give the upper hand to Vici Gaming as this game progresses.
I have to agree with you, Gary.
Especially with Storm against AA, Storm against the Nature's Prophet. They are free kills for this Storm Spirit in the next coming minutes. But here we go. This is a push. TNC finally breaching the high ground for the second time to finish off that tier 3. They started not too long ago. Gabby with that blink BKB looking for a target to jump, but it's Yang that makes the first move. In with a spear. Astral buys a little bit of time for the OD. Maybe he can be saved by a Sand King Burrow Strike, but he's being held in place, kited around. Sandy's Eclipse will take Fade down, and Paparazzi blown up as well as Cuckoo makes short work of the troll. Ori has to zip back to safety, and Armel, with that Aegis still in hand, will walk it all off as they take the tier 3 and look to reset.
2 buybacks for tier 3 tower. Oof. Yang didn't connect that spear to a range barracks. That it would have made a difference there for sure. And Aegis will be gone in 5 seconds. So that's a pretty big buyback that they forced out of Vici.
Yeah, that troll buyback delays him significantly. And there goes the Aegis. Sanity's Eclipse on cooldown for another 2 minutes now. But TNC have the Ice Blast, the Burrow Strike, and the connection onto Fade. Oracle, an absolute goner. Does false promise, but they've caught Paparazzi at dieback potentially on that troll. Forced to BKB and try and sprint back to safety. The Skelly Bros, they're killing off the Oracle. Oh no, leave him alone.
That's a dieback.
Yeah, and Paparazzi just has to walk back to Fountain. Mars is going to try and trap him inside. Gabby at the very least, but that's a Wraith King. You do not want to be messing with this big bad boy. As DY has rolled in deep in the middle of 4 heroes, but a good swashbuckle off to the west. Still going to get scythed up and blown up by Armel. OD clears out that poor little Pango. And the high ground is going to get pushed again now. Gabby already waiting up on the plateau, taking down these barracks.
This is a free set of Raxes for them, and
Is it 2 lanes? Oh, it's bounty runes.
they could go to a top lane because there's a lot of Skellies. And do they have a siege unit? No, they don't.
They've got Gabby. He's basically a siege unit. Just an absolute unit.
Oh,
More
level
Skellies.
20, 2 times Skelly spawned. And we can see it here. Tower, once you glyph it, tier 2 towers plus, they get extra multi-shot.
Oh, Mars. Chain stunned. 70 seconds without your Mars. As the Oracle and the Pangolier are respawning, this should have been a time where Vici Gaming looked to fight. But Mars? Screw you, Mars. I'm going home. All right, yep. 2 full lanes. Paparazzi has given up on defending his base. He is hitting creeps and pushing bottom. Storm jumps in. And with a Pango roll, they're trying to bring down the OD, but the self-astral from Armel keeps him out of harm's way as the Raging Courier does fall in the middle of it all, and a nice little roll in again from this DY. Pango clears up AU. Still devastating damage to this dire base. And no catch onto Gabby just yet. Yang and DY trying to close the gap. Storm Spirit does find Tims, but he's so bloody tanky. He's got a pipe, he's got a mech, he's got 1 charges, and he's got Cuckoo to back him up. Sandy's Eclipse onto Fade absolutely shreds him as that Yang Mars yet again falls. And DY swashbuckling as best he can to dodge away from danger, blinks up to the north and TP's home. But it's TNC cruising. As Paparazzi has already ulted and BKB'd. Gabby and Tims, it's just GG. I'm going to stop talking. They've called it. Vici have had enough of this one. Another draw. 1-1. Here it is, ESL One Birmingham. We're having swings back and forth.
I think we saw one good Mars ulti, and this is where Vici looked really good. Other than that, these spears, they did not connect.
Nope.
Neither to cliffs, neither to
Towers.
buildings, towers. It's just not there. Maybe he didn't practice it that much.
I mean, he had a free laning phase. He was top CS. He was, very, very hot on the net worth and didn't really accomplish